Welcome back to Ring of Honor Wrestling. Well, not welcome back. Welcome to, shall I say, Ring of Honor Wrestling. Now, the reason I say welcome back is because this is now the third time I've tried this. I've done 2 modern day ones, and they haven't worked out. I just weren't enjoying doing modern day Ring of Honor where I was doing it. So I've decided that we're going to do Ring of Honor Wrestling in 2014. This was during the time when Matt Hardy, Jay Lethal, Adam Cole, Michael Elgin, as you can see. AJ Styles has joined the company after leaving TNA. So it's an interesting year for Ring of Honor Wrestling. The Sinclair broadcast are no longer owners of Ring of Honor Wrestling. I have took them out just so that we've got a bit more free reign, because there's one of the big issues with this game when you have those sort of people. But in a poor pre-show match, Michael Elgin and Adrenaline Rush, which was ACH and Darius Thomas, defeated Jay Lee from Red Dragon, and 8:13 when Michael Elgin defeated Bobby Fish by the Seattle Powerbomb. Darius Thomas 30, ACH 33, Elgin 50, Jay Lethal 52, Kyle O'Reilly 39, Bobby Fish 39, Jay Lethal in performance, Michael Elgin in performance. Kyle O'Reilly is not suited, and nor is Truth Martini isn't. Okay. So we've got Truth Martini and Kyle. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the list of names of people who are not suited to their gimmicks. Always happens. In a pre-show out decent wrestling, but then retreat, the Briscoes defeated Silas Young and QT Marshall in 7:44 when Jay Briscoe defeated Silas Young by putting the double underhook pile driver. Mark Briscoe 47, Jay 57, 51. QT Michelle 37, Silas Young 37. QT Michelle in performance and Silas Young in Rumble. We have got a working agreement with TNA Wrestling, which plays host to our main event of the show, so that plays host to our main event tonight. 46D, not bad. In a decent pre-show match, the Young Bucks defeated Chris Hero and Delirious in 7:46 when Nick Jackson defeated Delirious by putting the 450 splash. They are the current reigning and defending Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. Delirious 48, Chris Hero 50, Matt Jackson 52, Nick Jackson 54. Delirious is not suited to his gimmick, which is very weird. So it's DEELIRIOUS. And I've probably just spelt that wrong, but there we go. 52D plus. Not bad. Let's hope the main card does a bit better. In a pre-show Subpar Wrestling, a little heat to the Decade, Adam Page, Beedrill Mitma, and Jimmy Jacobs defeat Tommaso Ciampa, Cedric Alexander, and Caprice Coleman in 7:46 when Adam Page defeats Cedric Alexander by putting the Turner Page. I didn't even know about the Decade. I forgot about that. Caprice Coleman 26, Cedric Alexander 30, Tommaso Ciampa 36, Jimmy Jacobs 45, Beedrill Mitma 40, Adam Page 35, Caprice Coleman in performance, Adam Page in performance, 39D minus. And then we've got a load of loads of one night only guys from the local area taking on a load of non-guys. In a decent match, Carl Hansen, Matt Hardy, Michael Bennett, and Tommy N defeated Stevie Richards Raven. He's here on a one-night deal from Progress, D'Angelo Dinero, and Dan Math. In A16 when Matt Hardy defeated Dan Math by the Twist of Fate. Dan Math 33, D'Angelo Dinero 67. Raven 41, Stevie Richards 44, Tommy N 25, Michael Bennett 42, Matt Hardy 59, Carl Hansen 42. Matt Hardy in performance and Carl Hansen in performance, 51D plus, not bad. And we open up the night straight into great action as we see Roderick Strong defeat Matt Taven in 8:03 by pinfall with a double knee gutbuster. Roderick Strong's not suited to his gimmick. Oh, God. Another name to the list. I've got a lot of work to do after this show. Strong. So we've got now Truth Martini, Delirious, Strong, Matt Taven 45, Roderick Strong 59, Matt Taven in performance 54C minus. Tommaso Ciampa attacks Chris Hero backstage, leaving him down and out. That completes that heel turn for Tommaso Ciampa. I do need to get more faces, and I am on that. But 20E minus, not bad. And then Bobby Cruz is backstage. He's using it on camera for some reason. And he's there with the Briscoes. He's like, welcome back to Ring of Honor Wrestling. Join me at this time backstage are the Briscoe brothers. And Jay's like, Bobby, so Ring of Honor have been sold. Sinclair have given up. And there's a new boss, and that means new things. Now, New Japan and TNA are working with Ring of Honor. And tonight, Adrian makes his return live tonight. Listen up, Young Bucks. Me and my brother are coming for the Ring of Honor tag team titles. And they will be ours. 40D minus, not the best from the Briscoes. But in the bad D's Wrestling Below Heat, War Machine defeat Outlaw Inc. in 8:15 when Homicide defeat Eddie Kingston by pinfall the Fallout. Hanson 34, Ray Rowe 35, Eddie Kingston 41, Homicide 57, no work Brooks 47D. Homicide carried the match, yep, I agree with that. In a decent match, Adam Cole defeated Kevin Steen in 8:17 by pin with a flying crossbody. Kevin Steen 55, Adam Cole 38. Adam Cole improving in Rumble and performance. We need to really... He's the current defending, reigning Ring of Honor champion, so we really need to start pushing him towards... He's not going to be main eventing. We're going to keep that to AJ. But yeah, we're going to start building him up. 49D plus, not bad. After the match is over. Kevin Steen is left down. Adam Cole is celebrating, then stops and sees his opponent on a ground attacks and beats him into the canvas, starting up the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight storyline. And in an exceptional match, AJ Styles defeated Samoa Joe in our main event in 1948 by pin with the Superstars Clash. Samoa Joe 73, AJ 71, no work from 61C. That's where we end tonight's show of 57C minus. Not a bad first show, increasing our popularity across all 18 regions of America and Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you guys here next week for more Ring of Honor Wrestling when some more bigger names will hopefully be signed to the company. Welcome to Ring of Honor Wrestling. We've hired a few more higher names, therefore the title will change hands tonight, I will admit that now. You'll know who it's going to, but we've got a good plot point of why. But in about Subpar Wrestling, a little heat, we're sold out tonight. 2,000 people at the Tempe Auditorium. As Red Dragon defeat Ballard and Ballard, aka the Shane Twins. Bobby Fish defeats Shane Ballard by pin with a running single leg high knee strike. Kyle O'Reilly 41, Bobby Fish 44. Shane Ballard in performance, 39D minus. We'll move on. In a pre-show match, Kuta Michelle, Tommaso Ciampa, Silas Strong defeated Gabriel Tough, Johnny Swinger and Trevor Guerrero Jr. in 8:21 when Silas Strong defeated Johnny Swinger by pinfall the standing shooting star press. Trevor Guerrero 52, Johnny Swinger 34, Gabriel Tough 28, Silas Strong 39, Tommaso Ciampa 32, Kuta Michelle 37. Tommaso Ciampa in performance and Kuta Michelle in performance. Trevor Guerrero is probably going to be given a contract. Just saying. I've not got a lot for him, but he'll probably get a contract. In a decent pre-show match, Adrenaline Whoosh and the Briscoes defeat Young Bucks and London and Kendrick. In 8:04, when Mark Briscoe defeated Brian Kendrick by pin with the shooting star press. Mark Briscoe 46, Jay Briscoe 49, Tadarius Thomas 29, ACH 31, Brian Kendrick 44, Paul London 45, Matt Jackson 46, Nick Jackson 51. Jay Briscoe in performance and Brian Kendrick in performance 46D. Beautiful. In the pre-show match, Subpar Wrestling, a little heat, Delirious, Cedric Alexander and Caprice Coleman defeat Adam Page, Alex Shelley and BJ Whitmer in 7:43, and Delirious defeat BJ Whitmer by pin with the double hand underhook pile driver. Caprice Coleman 24, Cedric Alexander 31, Delirious 50, BJ Whitmer 38, Alex Shelley 60, Adam Page 29, Alexander in Rumble, Delirious... I ain't done any of this yet. I've been too busy hiring, but we'll do that next. That'll be done for the next episode of Ring of Honor Wrestling, don't we? In addition to the pre-show match, Jay Lethal, Jimmy Jacobs and Carl Anderson defeat Michael Algam, Matt Taven and Kevin Steen in 7:45, and Jay Lethal defeat Matt Taven by pin with the lethal combination. Steen 49, Taven 44, Algan 50, Anderson 43, Jacobs 44, and Lethal 53. Michael Algan in front, 49D plus. And then Kevin Steen has to run all the way to the interview position off just through the curtain. He's going to open up our show. For some reason, Bobby Cruz is not on screen again. And Kevin Steen has invented a new catchphrase. God knows what it is. This is now Outlaw Town, probably. Welcome to Ring of Honor, and thanks for joining us on HDNet. Now, tonight, Adam Cole has got a title match against AJ Styles, but someone who's pissed off with Adam Cole is Kevin Steen. And Kevin's like, this is no longer about the world title. I'm going to make sure Adam by the end of tonight that title's not around your waist. This is now Outlaw Town, and we don't have anyone around to control us, and so tonight, you're going down. So tonight, you're going down is Kevin Steen's new catchphrase. Yeah, we have to come up with one. There it is. Steen catch phase. Paste that in. And I'll try and get that in as often as I can with his promos. Tonight you're going down. It's 50D plus. In about decent wrestling, but in cheat, Chris Hero defeated Michael Bennett in 5:50-32 by pin for the out Emerald Elbow. Michael Bennett 47, Chris Hero 55, no work improvements. Maria Callis did a good work at ringside. 52D plus. And Tommaso Ciampa comes out and he sits on top of the ramp and he's got his mic and he's like, all of you shut up and you're welcome. I've given you a favour. Yeah, I've shown you this man is nothing but a loser. You, Chris, you're lucky you got a win tonight. I was going to prove my point, but before Sinclair sold this place, we went back to HMS. You said you want my TV title. You're not getting this. This is mine. I am a psycho killer, and you are my next victim. 30 plus from Tommaso Ciampa there, and strong words. Rematch from last week, but in a decent wrestling, but little heat. Outlaw Inc. defeated War Machine in 5:47. A Homicide defeated Hanson by pinfall. The Gringo Killer. Eddie Kingston 39, Homicide 55, Hanson 35, Ray Rowe 36. Homicide and Rumble, Ray Rowe in performance 46D, not bad. In a good match, John Henning defeats Matt Hardy in 8:03 by pinfall. The Moonlit Driver. John Henning cocky gimmick. This got really great. John Henning 61, Hardy 59. Matt Hardy in performance and John Henning in technical. One of our other big name signings we brought in, John Henning from FWE, Family Wrestling Entertainment. Thought he'd be good for Ring of Honor. He's a very Ring of Honor style wrestler, so I never knew why he never ended up at Ring of Honor, to be honest. But he's ended up in Ring of Honor in this save, so I've got plans for him in the future. But he's definitely a babyface, cocky character. That's fine. And then backstage, the Briscoes and the Young Bucks have a massive brawl. Then in a bout of good heat and decent wrestling, AJ Styles defeated Adam Cole in 22 minutes 23 by pinfall after a distraction by Kevin Steen. He then does a Styles clash. AJ Styles is now the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion. AJ Styles took most of the offense, completely eating up Adam Cole. I don't know why we did it as an all-out match, but there we go. Adam Cole 36, AJ Styles 79. Adam Cole flying in performance 58C-. AJ Styles kindly used his superior skill to make Adam Cole look particularly strong. This match was better as a result. Well, thank you, AJ. That is why I love AJ Styles. And then after the match, AJ Styles is celebrating his victory in the ring when Abyss is in the building and he runs in and attacks and beating AJ Styles down into the mat and hits a black hole slam. A 63C-. Monster Abyss has arrived. Then in a post-show bout, in a good post-show match, MVP defeated Roderick Strong in 12:36 by pinfall the Playmaker. MVP fan favourite below average. Roderick Strong MVP 63, Strong 60, no work rimps. That's where I end tonight's tapings with a 58C-. Continue to increase our popularity in 18 regions. Well, AJ Styles is the Ring of Honor World Champion, but it looks like Impact Wrestling superstar Monster Abyss has come in with our working agreement with Impact, and also because I wanted to bring Abyss in. I brought in a few of the TNA guys coming in. We've got 2 tag teams from TNA coming in as well as a part of that deal. But yes, so Abyss is in. But I think the question is, guys, why did he attack AJ? Well, we're going to have to wait and find out in a few couple of ticks. Thanks for watching, guys. Slowly but surely with the roster. And with our deal with Ring of Honor Wrestling tonight, TNA Wrestling, I mean, there's going to be a lot more TNA guys on the card tonight. We'd appreciate a decent match of crowd, but subpar wrestling. London and Kendrick defeated Honky Tonk Man and Glenn Gilbildy, who are held on a one-nightly deal in 7:31. When Brian Kendrick defeated Honky Tonk Man by pin with the sliced bread. Glenn Gilbildy 42, Honky Tonk Man 25, Paul London 48, Brian Kendrick 46. Noah Prince 43D. In a pre-trial decent wrestling with cheat, BJ Whitmer defeated Yoshitatsu in 7:48 by pinfall the Waist Clutch Exploder. Whitmer 40, Yoshitatsu 42, no work rimps, 41D. That's the last of the one night only, guys. In a pre-show match, War Machine and Dylan Rush defeat the Bromers and Outlaw Inc. in 7:33 when Tadarius Thomas defeated Eddie Kingston by pinfall. Tadarius Thomas 26, ACH 34, Hanson 38, Ray Rowe 34, Eddie Kingston 40, Homicide 52, Robbie E 40, and Jesse Goddard's 28. ACH in performance and Hanson in performance. Welcome to the company, the Bromers. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Yeah, okay, that's nice. In a poor pre-show match, Caprice Coleman and Cedric Alexander and the Briscoes defeat Adam Page, QT Michelle, and the Unbacks in 7:42, and Cedric Alexander defeat Adam Page by pinfall. Mark Briscoe 40, Jay Briscoe 50, Cedric Alexander 36, Caprice Coleman 26, QT Michelle 38, Adam Page 31. Matt Jackson 46, Nick Jackson 49. Matt Jackson in technical, Nick Jackson in performance 43D. In a pool pre-strip bout that had decent wrestling on the cheat, Michael Algan, Matt Taven and Chris Hero defeated Kyle Anderson, Silent Strong and Tommaso Ciampa. Chris Hero 51, Matt Taven 43, Michael Algan 51. Ciampa 35, Silent Strong 40, Kyle Anderson 44. Kyle Anderson in performance 47D. And our opening angle gets a 61C. Now let's just check. Tonight, you're going down. Yes, he does say that. Awesome. Mick Foley fan favourite gimmick, awful. Matt Hardy helped Adam Cole. Kevin Kelly was pretty weak. The 7 deserved better announcing. Mick Foley came across well. The Hate You storyline has to. So last week, my title was stolen by AJ Styles when Kevin Steen came out and distracted me. This is it. I don't care. I don't know or care who the new president is. Kevin Steen needs repercussions. So before you can call him out, obviously that's what he's going to do. He's like, Adam, don't get your knickers in a twist. Oh, by the way, you're next. So I'm going to come in there and kick your ass right now. Then bang, bang hits. And then Mick Foley comes out to a huge pop from the crowd tonight, and they're like, Ring of Honor, Mick Foley has arrived, and I am here as your GM. Now, I've just spoken to the new president of tonight, Kevin Steen. Will join AJ, and Adam, you'll join Abyss. If you and Abyss win, you get your matches at AJ next week and at the pay-per-view. If AJ and Steen win, then next week you will face Samoa Joe inside a steel cage. Well, what one do you want to see more? If Adam Cole and Abyss win, Abyss will get the match at the pay-per-view. Adam Cole will get the match next week on TV. But if he loses, he gets a match within the steel cage. This one see. Oof. But in an extremely short match, Samoa Joe defeated Roderick Strong in 4:43 by submission on the Komicha clutch. The debuted his Samoan submission machine is concentrated poor. Strong 62, Joe 75. Samoa Joe in performance and Roderick Strong in performance, a 65C. In a decent match, the American Wolves returned, defeating Red Dragon in 6:20 when Eddie Edwards defeated Bobby Fish by a pin for the cross-legged Fisherman Buster. No gimmick needed, poor. Riley 40, Bobby Fish 44, Eddie Edwards 69, Richard 75, Dave Richards in Rumble, Kyle O'Reilly in Techno, 62C, not bad. And then Briscoes are like, you want these tag titles? You want a shot? And Nick's like, 2 weeks live on pay-per-view, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Briscoes versus Young Bucks at Supercard of Honor. So yeah, in real life at this time, Jay Briscoe was walking around with a fake title, or what he said was his world title, because he didn't ever get beaten for it because he got stripped of it. I ain't going with that crap. Quite literally, it's going to be Young Bucks versus the Briscoes for Supercard 41D. Not bad. And Chris Hero's back, and he's like, joining me now, Chris Hero. And Hero's like, finally we got some control with Mick. And I've just spoken to him. Remember, your worst nightmare's coming live on pay-per-view. It's going to be me versus you for the title. So Supercard of Honor, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get to see Chris Hero versus Tommaso Ciampa. That is going to happen live on pay-per-view. I've done it the wrong way around. Why do I always do this myself? I don't want to click on too many people's names, because if I do this quickly, you guys won't see certain people. But if I don't do it quickly, you won't. There you go. Chris Hero versus Tommaso Ciampa for the Ring of Honor TV titles. We've got the tag titles, the TV title. In about good heat and good wrestling, D'Angelo Dinero defeated Matt Hardy in 6:19 by pinfall the DDE. D'Angelo Dinero 68, Matt Hardy 66. No work for his old school face, got in a shrine of average, 65C. Nice. In a superb match, Rob Van Dam and MVP defeated Bobby Roode and Alex Shelley in 5:44 when RVD defeated Alex Shelley by pinfall the 5-star Frog Splash. Very similar to the TNA series, it's on exclusive pay-per-view deal, so yep, we'll have you. MVP 66, RVD 72, Shelley 59, Roode 17, No Workman 63C, another good match. Your main event of the night is AJ Styles and Kevin Steen taking on Abyss and Adam Cole. When he gets 61C, what more do you want from this? In a good match, Abyss and Adam Cole defeat Kevin Steen and AJ Styles in 1940 when Abyss defeat AJ Styles by pin with a black hole slam. Adam Cole's a weak link, that's fine. AJ Styles 78, Kevin Steen 57. Adam Cole 41, Abyss 80, Adam Cole in Techno, and AJ Styles in Techno as well. No Rumble. Not bad, not a bad thing. So next week on TV, we'll confirm it now. It will be Adam Cole facing AJ Styles for that world title next week on television. In our television main event, Adam Cole versus AJ. We've not only got that, as Supercard of Honor is going to be AJ versus Abyss, but the fans have been begging for it. So Ring of Honor Wrestling have announced that after the fans wanted it, it's going to happen. It's going to be a steel cage match, modern, and it will be between Kevin Steen and Adam Cole live on the pay-per-view. Supercard of Honor, you will not want to miss that. It is booked. 6-1C, that's the end. And then in a decent post-show match, Delirious, Eric Young and John Hennig defeat Jay Lethal, Jimmy Jacobs and Michael Bennett in 14:52, when Eric Young defeat Jimmy Jacobs by pin with a spike power driver. John Hennig 63, Eric Young 51, Delirious 48, Michael Bennett 43, Jimmy Jacobs 45, and Jay Lethal 53. Hennig in performance 41D. We've still got a month worth of these 4 storylines, but this is a series I'm really enjoying. This Ring of Honor series right now. It's one of the best, I think, alongside TNA and WWF, for what we've ever done on the channel. This will be the final part of this. We've got 3,600 at the Chicago Theatre. Of course, we're in Chicago, Illinois again, like we were the other day. But yeah, so we've got Manhattan Mayhem, which is one of our big 4. You also have Glory by Honor, A-Station, Final Battle, and an Anniversary. Final Battle is our biggest show of the year, so that is our kind of like big party, a bit like Bound for Glory and WrestleMania. But yeah, so this is the final part of this episode. This is 2 episodes rolled into 1, technically speaking. Each episode you'll get 4 and a pay-per-view. Michael Elgin got a 40, Silas Young got a 37. Silas Young defeated Michael Elgin by pin the standing shooting star press. Noah Cameron's 39D minus, not bad. You know how my shows, all my pay-per-views work? I like to do over wrestling rather than interviews and stuff. But I might start bringing in more interviews into the WWF series, because they don't feel right, but with Ring of Honor and TNA it does. In the poor pre-show match, Sonata defeated Q2 Michelle in 820 by from the German suplex. These don't click. Sonata 34, Q2 Michelle 32. These are not shown on anything. These are dark matches. We're not going to have any YouTube stuff for our company. We've also got 3 special guests here tonight. All heel special guests, but they're all going to be wrestling. In the poor pre-show match, Matt Taven, Delirious, and Caprice Coleman defeated Kagras. Shane Taylor and Trevor Murdoch in 7.9, and Delirious defeat Kedras by putting the pump handle wheelbarrow driver. Chris Coleman 28, Delirious 54, Matt Taven 45, Trevor Murdoch 40, Shane Taylor 32, Kagras 32, Matt Taven in performance 42D. Let's go on with the main show, shall we? Tonight, we look for validation as a company invades the barracks. One man stands with their former employees to defend the honor. This is Ring of Honor Wrestling. We cut to the venue, we see fan waving signs chanting ROH. Tonight we have Pro. It goes off on the stage, hitting metal bits above so it don't hit the ceiling. I like to be a bit more pedantic about how stuff works. Kevin, tonight Ring of Honor presents validation featuring the best pro wrestling on the planet. Tonight a cage, a Falls Count Anywhere match, and last man standing. Ring of Honor is going extreme tonight. And Steve's like, look, TNA Invasion have taken the biscuit, and I thought Scum was bad. And I was like, look, we have no clue who the head booker of TNA is, but is being they're keeping it under lock and key. But first, it's Ring of Honor Television Championship. So he's not here tonight, but whoever this person is that Bobby Roode's on about should be here for Friday night show, as far as I know. 50D plus. In about a D2S involvement, Tommaso Ciampa defeated Chris Hero at 11:42 by pin of the Project Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa makes defense number 3 of his Ring of Honor World Television title. Chris Hero 48, Tommaso Ciampa 36. He's improving in performance, 44D. Nice. In a poor match, the Bromez defeated Drellin Rush in 8:24 when Jesse Goddard defeated ACH by pin of the Stunner. Tadarius Thomas 32, ACH 35, Robbie E 39, Jesse Goddard 31. No work improvements of 36D minus. In a terrible match, Gino Gambino defeated Shaggy Alexander in 10:47 by pinfall. He makes defense number 1. He's some Australian wrestler, one of the Australian from MLB. So Alexander 35, he got 18. No work improvements. I didn't really want to take the belt off him in his first defense, so he's kind of been thrown a 30 plus. We're going to ignore that match. In a decent match, Juice WRLD Liger defeated Jimmy Jacobs in 8:53 by pin on the Shooting Star Press. Jimmy Jacobs 48, Juice WRLD Liger 59. Jimmy in performance and Liger in Rumble 55C minus. Nice. In a decent match, Roderick Strong defeated Eric Young in 10:17 by pin of the Super Double Knee Gutbuster. Strong 63, Eric Young 53, Eric Young in performance 60C. Nice. In about a decent match number 3, Jay Lethal defeated Adam Page in 8:13 by pin with a flying elbow drop. Jay Lethal makes defense number 2 of his Impact Global X Division title. Adam Page 37, Jay Lethal 54. Adam Page in Technical and Performance. So 44D. He's made defense number 2. He made a defense in Ring of Honor Wrestling, same as Homicide and Eddie Kingston have as well. In about these wrestling number 3, Red Dragon defeated War Machine in 7:42, and Kyle O'Reilly defeated Ray Rowe by pin with a Brainbuster. Hanson 44, Raymond Rowe 41, Kyle O'Reilly 41, Bobby Fish 43. Raymond Rowe improving in performance 43D. Not bad. In a decent match, Adam Cole defeated Kevin Steen in a last man standing match in a 14:40 when Kevin Steen could not beat the 10 count after a flying crossbody onto a board of barbed wire. Also during this match, they brought out lights, tubes. There was Adam Cole 44, Kevin Steen 54. They brought out lights, tubes, barbed wire, baseball bats, all the ultra violent stuff you can think of. 51D plus, and we've probably got a few complaints, but we warned them. In about a great wrestling and a decent match, the Crowd Outlaw Inc. defeated American Wolves in 9:36 when Eddie Kingston defeated Eddie Woods by putting the backdrop driver. Outlaw Inc. make defense number 2 of their Impact World Tag Team titles. Eddie Edwards 70, Dave Richards 74, Eddie Kingston 42, Homicide 59, Eddie Kingston improving in Technical. 67C plus. We need to deal with him actually at some point. In a good match, John Henning defeated Matt Hardy in 10:08 by pin with the Moonlit Driver. Henning 64, Hardy 60, no work and burn 63C. Not bad. In a decent match, Samoa Joe, MVP, and D'Angelo Dinero defeated Michael Bennett, BJ Whitmer, and Kyle Anderson in 9:34, and D'Angelo Dinero defeated Michael Bennett by pin with a DDE. D'Angelo Dinero 64, MVP 62, Samoa Joe 73, Kyle Anderson 46, BJ Whitmer 41, Michael Bennett 40. MVP in performance, not what I wanted. I wanted these two to improve, but 60C, I can't complain. In about a good wrestling and decent match, the Crowd Bad Influence defeated London and Kendrick in 8:54 when Frankie Kazarian defeated Paul London by pin with the Wave of Future. Frankie Kazarian 59, Christopher Daniels 78, Brian Kendrick 52, Paul London 48. No work improvement 65C. In a superb match, Rob Van Dam defeated Bobby Lashley in 11:28 by pin with the Van Terminator. Bobby Lashley 61, RVD 75, no work improvement 65C. Not bad. In a decent match, the Young Bucks defeated the Briscoes in a Falls Count Anywhere match in 15:30 when Matt Jackson defeated Jay Briscoe by pin with the Moonsault. The Young Bucks made defense number 3 of the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles. Jay Briscoe 55, Mark Briscoe 52, Matt Jackson 55, Nick Jackson 59. No work improvements, 58C minus. In about fantastic and great wrestling, Sting defeated Bobby Roode in 13:20 by pinfall. Sting 67, Bobby Roode 68. No work improvements. It should be now time for the main event. AJ Styles versus Abyss. In about fantastic hitting great wrestling, AJ Styles defeated Abyss in 24:50 when AJ Styles escaped the cage. AJ Styles made defense number 5 for his Ring of Honor World Heavyweight title. Abyss 75, AJ Styles 66, AJ Styles in Rumble 66C plus. I don't think he's that over in Chicago in that sort of area. That's why his ratings are a bit low. But it's nothing I'm going to complain about. At 66C plus for the size of our company, I ain't going to complain with that sort of match. That's where we end tonight's show with 64C. Cedric Alexander was slightly overused. Not going to complain. That's probably about true. But yeah, I increased our popularity to 34 regions. So we're going to give that to Samoa Joe. I'm going to give it to Abyss, and I'm also going to give it to Sting, to be honest, because I think Sting did a better job than AJ. But that's my personal opinion. They're going to be praised. And praised. We're going to make the speech. Samoa Joe, Abyss, and Sting Scene, please. Well, thank you all for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed episode 1. And I hope you join us next week for episode number 2, where you're going to get 4 fully loaded and the final pay-per-view of these storylines, which will, of course, be Manhattan Mayhem live from the Hammerstein Ballroom. And it's even glossed over the ratings, so we're going to have to wait now and see what our ratings was and stuff. This is really not working for me, is it? Probably where I realise I haven't been recording. No, I have been recording. That's one good thing. You will get another month's worth. We're going to do 2 episodes in 1 for this week, because it's the first episode of this, so you're going to get next month's build up to the next month's pay-per-view as well, and then you'll get like 1 episode per 4 and then pay-per-view. But yeah, let's have a look. Dragon Gate did better than us last night. Thought as much. Jesse Bell has won a championship over in Shine CML. But the feedback's been, the show has been awesome. 63C. Yeah, it would have increased our popularity across the board. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. We've got 28,000 people watching the show. We'll see you this Sunday night for Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor. Welcome back. It's a new day. After doing the first full Ring of Honor tapings. Bye-bye. which went really well. I'm really happy with this series so far. It's a more interesting series with working with TNA and having a load of TNA guys coming. We've got big plans. We've got Kurt Angle hopefully coming and joining Ring of Honor. I've done this because we're going to continue to Validation, which is our next pay-per-view. Shall we get on with the pre-show match, where Gregory Helms and Christian York come in for one night only. And in a poor pre-show match, Kyle O'Reilly and Robbie E defeat Gregory Helms and Christian York in 13:32. When Robbie E defeat Christian York by pinfall with a super kick. York 39, Gregory Helms 43, Robbie E 36, Kyle O'Reilly 40, Christian York in performance 41D. Gimmicks are being sorted. Do you want to continue addressing this? No. So let's complete. All gimmicks have been sorted out as well for tonight. In a poor pre-show match, Adam Page defeated Rhett Tyson 8-14 by pinfall with Adams Page. Adam Page 30, Rhett Tyson 36. No work improvements. Rhett Tyson without his game 34E+. He was here on the 190 Tonight, Ring of Honor Wrestling returns to pay-per-view live across the globe, featuring the best talent from Ring of Honor and TNA. Tonight is Supercard. It is a Supercard like no other. This is Ring of Honor. Then we got to the venue, no Prio, but too small. The venue's a bit too small for Prio, but we see fans waving signs and chanting ROH, ROH, ROH. And myself, welcome to Ring of Honor. Tonight we have a problem. Chris Hero is not here and has not been seen all day. And Carino's like, this is a big problem, but Ciampa has an opponent and his match is up for first up. And I was like, tonight is a big show and I'm not sure what's happening, but tonight we've got Abyss versus AJ in the main event. 52D+, all three of them do commentary. In about decent wrestling, but MLG, Tommaso Ciampa defeated Juice from the Liger in 10-12 by pinfall the Project Ciampa. He makes defense number 1 of the Ring of Honor World Television. Foreign Star gimmicks going to report. Liger 58, Tommaso for 37, 51D+. We'll have to give him a pay off after that. In a poor match, Kyle Anderson, QT Michelle, and BJ Whitmer defeated Matt Taven, Cedric Alexander, and Caprice Coleman. In 808, when QT Michelle defeated Caprice Coleman by pinfall the Glamour Shot Jumping Flatliner. Coleman 28, Cedric Alexander 36, Matt Taven 45, Whitmer 38, Marshall 39, and Anderson 45. BJ Whitmer in performance 41D. And about these matches, Jolene Walsh defeated Outlaw Inc. in 7:46. When ACH defeated Homicide by pinfall, the Ready or Not, Here I Come. Homicide carried the match in terms of influence. Today is Thomas 35, ACH 37, Eddie Kingston 42, Homicide 56. Noah Cruz 47D, not the best match, but still a good match. In a superb match, Rob Van Dam defeated Matt Hardy in 9:55 by pinfall the Van Terminator. RVD 70, Hardy 60, RVD in Technical 66C+. That was a good match. In a decent match, the Young Bucks defeat the Briscoes in a ladder match in 15:22, where Matt Jackson retrieved the item. The Young Bucks make defense number 1 of their Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles. Mark Briscoe 60, Joe Briscoe 56, Matt Jackson 51, Nick Jackson 50. No work improvements. Joe Briscoe sustained a bladder laceration, which doesn't sound very nice. In a decent match, Jay Lethal defeated Delirious in 7:52 by pinfall the Lethal combination. Delirious 52, Jay Lethal 55. I'm going to complete all gimmick changes for these people. No work Prince 54C-, not bad. In about Fantastic Heat and Great Wrestling, Bobby Roode defeated MVP in 9:41 by pinfall the Payoff. MVP 58, Bobby Roode 71. Bobby Roode improving in performance. 61C. In about decent wrestling moment, Michael Algan defeated Silas Young in 9:47 by pinfall the sit-out powerbomb. Silas Young 41, Algan 45, 44D, not bad. In a decent match, American Wolves defeated War Machine in 9:39 by when Eddie Edwards defeated Hanson by pinfall the cross-legged Fisherman's Buster. Eddie Edwards 71, Dave Richards 74, Hanson 41, Ray Rowe 40, No Uppers 62C, not bad. Not bad at all. In a decent match, Jimmy Jacobs, Michael Bennett, and Roderick Strong defeated John Henry, Eric Young, and Sonada in 8:30, when Roderick Strong defeated Eric Young by pinfall the half Nelson backbreaker. Sonada 37, Young 53, John Henning 62, Roderick Strong 61, Michael Bennett 46, and Jimmy Jacobs 44. Eric Young in performance, Michael Bennett in technical and performance, Roderick Strong in rumble, and John Henning in performance 54C-, not bad. Do you want to continue addressing this? No. Whoever's got to have a gimmick change, have it now. In a superb match, Mojo defeated Bobby Lashley in 10:13 by submission with a Kinicha clutch. So Mojo 75, Lashley 55, no work improvements, 62C. In a decent match, Kevin Steen defeated Adam Cole in a cage match in 14:47 by pinfall the package pile driver. Adam Cole 34, Steen 57, no work improvements, 49D+. In a good match, D'Angelo Dinero defeated Alex Shelley in 7:34 by pinfall the DDE. D'Angelo Dinero 64, Shelley 57, no work improvements, 62C. In a bad good wrestling and decent match for the crowd, Bad Influence defeated Lundgren and Kendrick in 12:15 when Frankie Zone defeated Paul London by pinfall the Wave of Future. In terms of whether Chris Downs head and shoulders above everyone else, Kendrick 49, London 49, Frankie Zone 62, Dangles 76, no work improvements, 64C. Next up is your main event of the night, which is AJ Styles defending that World Heavyweight title against Abyss in our World Main Event. In an exceptional match, AJ Styles defeated Abyss in 24:34 by pinfall the Styles Clash. AJ Styles makes defense number 2 of his Ring of Honor World Heavyweight title. Abyss 70, AJ 83. These two have great chemistry, lifted the match. No improvements. That's where we end tonight's show. We're 69C plus, increasing our popularity across all 43 regions. We are going to give it to AJ. We're going to give it to Abyss, and I'm also going to give it to Dangles, because they were the 3 top talented workers on our card tonight. Surprising enough. I think there was a few others. I think Davey and Eddie can stand out. I think Samoa Joe could stand out as well. I think we're going to do it to Joe. But yeah, so that's the show, 69C plus. I don't know how much money we've made on pay-per-view sales and stuff, but that's not important to you guys. We'll see you on Friday for another edition of Ring of Honor Wrestling Fully Loaded. Because of our small crowds, we didn't make a profit last month, so I'm going to cut back on pre-shows and on these shows, but we'll use everybody at pay-per-views and stuff, so don't expect everybody to be here tonight. But we've got a video showing AJ Styles, Bobby Roode, John Hennig, MVP, Matt Hardy, Rowan and Samoa Joe and Abyss, 62C. And Bobby Cruz is backstage, this time everyone's screen. 2,347 people at the Omaha Civic and Mancuso Center. And Bobby's like, welcome to Ring of Honor and welcome to Fully Loaded. Tonight after the events, the Supercard of Honor play out for you, but joining me now, still Ring of Honor World Champion AJ Styles. And AJ's like, look, after this past Sunday and 1 month into the new regime here at Ring of Honor, we're live every week. Abyss is still after me, including inviting me to Impact this week, which I accept. Look, there is more to this than meets the eye. There's someone behind this. Why? Because the Bromez, Bobby and Abyss are in the same locker room. TNA Invaders, next week, I want to see your leader. Here on Fully Loaded tonight, New Japan has sent me Shinsuke Nakamura to face. Let's do this. So, they've got a name. Bobby Roode, the Bromez are called the TNA Invaders, and tonight, Robbie E, Abyss and Bobby Roode will be in action, facing off against 3 helpless people. But in about a great wrestling and a decent action from the crowd, Samoa Joe defeated Kazunaka Okada in 7:52 by submission on a Kenichi clutch. Joe 75, Okada 59, no work improvements. I really want to bring these guys in, but I need to get bigger in the States before I can do that. In a decent match, Sonado and American Wolves defeat Roger Strong and Red Dragon in 7:22, and Dave Richards defeat Bobby Fish by pinfall the Tiger Bomb. Eddie Edwards 67, Dave Richards 71, Sonado 47, Roger Strong 63, Kyle O'Reilly 42, Fish 41, no work improvements 60C plus, not bad. And then we're in the locker room of Mick Foley. He's back this week. I have invited you here to talk to you both. Now, if Ring of Honor Validation, it will be Hero versus Champ after the mix-up with flights on Heroes being cancelled this past week. And I was like, that's fine, Foley. Just remember, I'm a psycho killer and I'm going to destroy Hero. I don't care about that live, Foley. He was scared. And he was like, I'm not scared of you at all. See you with Validation. And just Hero gets up and leaves the office, and then Ciampa laughs and he leaves. So Validation will finally get Hero versus Chris Hero versus Tommaso Ciampa. It was my mistake for booking him in a match when he was going to be wrestling in Japan for Pro Wrestling in Noah. But he's no longer doing tour with them, so he should be available. And we'll get that match at Validation. 67C plus. 57C plus, not a bad angle. In about D2S emoji, Outlawing defeated War Machine in 7:58 when Eddie Kingston defeated Ray Rowe by putting the back fist to Future. Hanson 41, Raymond Rowe 37, Eddie Kingston 42, Homicide 57, Homicide in Performance, Hanson in Rumble. 48D plus. In a good match, MVP defeated Matt Hardy in 8:06 by pinfall the Running Boot. Matt Hardy 60, MVP 63, a 62C, not bad. And then Mark Briscoe's backstage and he's like, you think the war is over, Young Bucks, but it's not, it's just beginning. You might have put my brother on the shelf, but he's not going to stop us. We want blood, and we want your blood. And we want blood, and we want blood. And we want your blood, and it is going to be yours. 37D minus, not the best promo. I kind of written it wrong, but there you go. Mark Briscoe, you know, kind of pissed off because Jay Briscoe's going to be out. He's injured, so yeah, Mark's on his own, and he's like, Young Bucks, we're coming for you. In about good heat and decent wrestling, Bobby Lashley defeated John Henning in 6:57 by pinfall the spear. John Henning 50, Bobby Lashley 46, no work appearance 49D plus. We'll move on from that. In a decent match, TNA Invaders, Bobby Roode, Robbie and Abyss defeated D'Angelo Dinero, Delirious, and Matt Taven in 74. When Robbie A defeated Delirious by pinfall super kick. Abyss 50-72, Robbie 39, Bobby Roode 72, Matt Taven 43, Delirious 49, and D'Angelo Dinero 64. Abyss in performance of Matt Taven in Technical 61C. Will the leader of the TNA Invaders, you know, because AJ's now pulled him out for it, so they've now just come out onto Ring of Honor as a group and gone, yeah, that's us. But is there someone behind this? We'll find out next week. But 61C, not bad. And then Bobby's in the back and he's like, in just a minute, AJ will take on Shinsuke Nakamura for the Ring of the Titan, the main event. But first, Adam Cole. And I was like, Steen. I'm not going to keep Bobby or the Ring of Honor fans for long. You might have won round 1, but I'm coming for you, and this is round 2. I'm going to win our last standing match at Validation. Well, strong words from Thingamy. He couldn't win this one, and now he's just gone, we're going to have a last man standing match at Validation. So, will Kevin Steen or Adam Cole walk out of this in one piece? Now, this is an era where a lot of these wrestlers were on pay-per-view appearances, you see. So I am at the moment running TNA. I'm actually running TNA alongside for a few weeks just because a lot of the wrestlers that the contract's coming to an end and they're not renewing them for some of the bigger names, so I'm trying to make sure to renew them. So you might start seeing, I'm going to probably try and hire Adam Cole and that to figure me. But yes, so he's the Pro Wrestling Guerrillas World Heavyweight Champion. But as you can see, this is during the time where these wrestlers could go and work elsewhere before Ring of Honor started locking them down on deals, even though Jeff Cobb turns up on AEW on the week I'm recording this. But 55C minus, that's not too bad actually. And in about that great heat, great wrestling and a decent match in the crowd, AJ Styles defeated Shinsuke Nakamura in 24 minutes 57 by pin the Stars Clash. AJ Styles makes defense number 3 of his Ring of Honor World Heavyweight title. Shinsuke Nakamura 61, AJ 79, Shinsuke in performance. That's where we end tonight's show with 65C, increasing our popularity in all 45 regions in the game. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you guys next week for another edition of Ring of Honor Wrestling Fully Loaded. Hello and welcome to Fully Loaded. Let's make sure we're definitely recording because I've tried to record this twice now, but it's helped me edit a few bits which went wrong. But we've got an opening video tonight with AJ Styles, Abyss, RVD, MVP, Matt Hardy, John Henning, Kevin Steen, and of course Bobby Roode. And we open up straight into action tonight in about a good wrestling and a decent action from the crowd. We see John Henning defeating Roderick Strong in 7:45 by pin the Moonlit Driver. John Henning 63 and Roderick Strong 64. We're sold out tonight at the Island Groves Exhibition Palace tonight, which is good. In a good match, the Young Bucks defeat Bad Influence in 7:36 and Matt Jackson defeat Frankie Kazarian by pinfall the Moonsault. Young Bucks make defense number 2 of the Ring of Honor Championships, World Tag Team Championships. Oh God, I've just remembered that the opening of the show angle, I haven't edited it enough so that it doesn't show the opening package. Oh, well, we'll sort that out. Frankie Kazarian 60, Daniel 76, Matt Jackson 55, Nick Jackson 48, Noah Career 67C+. And Mark Briscoe comes down and goes, it's a Falls Count Anywhere match. Briscoe's versus Young Bucks for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles. Are you ready for Redneck Kung Fu and some weapons to hit your ass? Now, the issue with doing this match of Validation is we have not got all the matches I normally have in the database. So the Falls Count Anywhere match is not in this database. So I'm going to have to go in and import a load of matches so that we have that. So it can be a Falls Count Anywhere match. In a decent match, Jimmy Jacobs defeated Matt Taven in 5:59 by pinfall. Matt Taven 43, Jimmy Jacobs 43, no work appearance 43D. In a good match, Matt Hardy defeated MVP in 7:41 by pinfall the Twist of Fate. MVP 59, Matt Hardy 61, Matt Hardy in Rumble 60C. Tommaso Ciampa attacks Chris Hero backstage and leaves him down and out. So backstage beatdown, 20E minus. In a decent match, Delirious defeated Jay Lethal in 7:47 by pinfall the double underhook pile driver. Delirious 49, Jay Lethal 55, Delirious in performance and Jay Lethal in technical, 53C minus. And then Kevin Steen's backstage, you're like, well done, Adam Cole. You got your wish or your worst nightmare. A match with me. Oh, wait. Last man standing match. You're going down, brother. You're next. 52D plus. We got his catchphrase and another catchphrase, 52D plus. The man of catchphrases. In a good match, Alex Shelley defeated D'Angelo Dinero in 7:42 by pinfall, legally using the ropes for leverage. D'Angelo Dinero 63, Alex Shelley 62. No work from 63C. Right, I'm just going to get rid of that. So after that match, we then hear Kurt Angle's music hits, and he comes up from under the stage like he does in TNA, puts his arms up, but no photograph because we're in a small venue. And then Abyss and Bobby Roode and Bromez walk up behind him from the back, and then they walk to the ring. And Kurt's like, the boos have begun. Will you shut up? For some time now, you've all said TNA's dying, and you've said it's on its last legs. You see, we've come here to show you that we are bigger than this little crap heap of a company. Look, your golden boy, a former TNA wrestling star, AJ Styles, is not here. If you watched Impact this week, he might have won the match, but Abyss destroyed him. But the TNA Invaders are here, and in 2 months' time, when I'm cleared to wrestle, AJ, you're my next opponent. Champion or not. Jesse got improving active and better development skills. So he's got his debuted his Olympic gold medalist gimmick. He's got his run a great in that segment. So yeah, Kurt Angle came across very well. Robbie is very underwhelmed. So was Jesse Goddard, but that's fine. But yeah, the TNA Invaders, Kurt Angle, Abyss, the Bromez, and Bobby Roode. Welcome to TNA Wrestling, Kurt Angle. Well, welcome to Ring of Honor Wrestling from TNA. But he is a heel here, so we're going to treat him as such. And in the main event of the night, in about fantastic heat and great wrestling, Samoa Joe, Rob Van Dam, and Sting defeat the TNA Invaders, Robbie E, Bobby Roode, and Abyss in 2014 when Sting defeated Robbie E by pinfall. Abyss 71, Robbie Roode 72, Robbie E 38, Sting 78, Rob Van Dam 73, and Samoa Joe 75. Robbie E in Technical, Rob Van Dam in Rumble, and Sting in Performance 65C. That's where I end tonight's show is 64C. I'm going to change that picture. Not a bad show. Increase our popularity to 45 regions. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you again next week for another edition of Fully Loaded. Welcome back to Ring of Honor Wrestling. Ring of Honor Fully Loaded. Because of a new alliance, I'm going to try and use everybody on the show. But we're sold out tonight, though. Fred Ross Ice Arena. 2,500 people. In a picture of decent wrestling, Madonna Cheetah, Jolene Walsh defeat Lundgren and Kendrick. In 5:57, when Tadarius Thomas defeat Brian Kendrick by pinfall. Tadarius 33, ACH 36. Kendrick 47, Paul London 51. Tadarius in Performance 45D. In a poor pre-show match, Michael Elgin, Caprice Coleman, and Cedric Alexander defeat Adam Page, B.J. Whitmer, Jimmy Jacobs. In 7:51, Caprice Coleman defeat Adam Page by pin with a thermal shock. Cedric Alexander 36, Caprice Coleman 28, Michael Elgin 48, Jimmy Jacobs 47, B.J. Whitmer 39, Adam Page 36. No work appearance 42D, not bad. In a decent pre-show match, John Henning, Kevin Steen, and Chris Hero defeat Adam Cole, Bobby Lashley, and Matt Hardy in 8:17 when John Herring defeated Matt Hardy by pin with the Starship Pain. Chris Hero 56, Kevin Steen 56, Henning 64, Hardy 58, Bobby Lashley 59, Adam Cole 44, Adam Cole in Performance and Kevin Steen in Technical 59C. In a decent pre-show match, D'Angelo Dinero defeated QT Michelle in 8:28 by pin for the DDE. QT Michelle 39, Angelo Dinero 66. D'Angelo in Performance, Takita Michelle in Performance 57C minus. In a picture of decent wrestling, Little Heat, Kyle Anderson and Michael Bennett defeat Tim Storm and Andrew Edwards in 7:32 when Kyle Anderson defeated Tim Storm by pin for the Anderson Spinebuster. Andrew Everett 39, Tim Storm 32, Michael Bennett 41, Kyle Anderson 51. Andrew Everett Performance. These two are here on the 190 deal because I needed these two to get a win, 44D. And the same with these two, just so I could get Samoa Joe and that over. In the pre-show match, Rob Van Dam and Samoa Joe defeated Matt Riviera and Vladimir Kozlov. In 7:59 when Samoa Joe defeated Matt Riviera by pin with the Muscle Buster. Vladimir Kozlov 37, Matt Riviera 34. Joe 76, RVD 76, Matt Riviera in Performance 62C. We open up with our typical opening video package, but tonight we've changed it with Kurt Angle and Sting in. And we've got Samoa Joe, Ron Dunn, John Henning, MVP, AJ Styles and Abyss. But of course, those two on the pre-show, he was on the pre-show and so was he. So, not on the main card tonight, but there's a reason for that. So after the video, we cut to the venue, we see the fans waving, chanting ROH, ROH. AJ Styles music hits and he walks to the ring with his belt. So this week I signed a new deal with TNA so I can take the battle to the front line. I am back tonight, I'm ready to fight, and I've been told by Mick that it will be me and the Icon Sting will face Abyss and Bobby Roode in tonight's main event. Well, this Kurt Angle's music hits, he comes up in his lift, and out comes the Bromez, Abyss and Roode with it behind him, and he has a mic. And he goes like, AJ, welcome home to TNA. I mean, you can now leave this crap heap tonight. If you're going to beat these two, you're wrong. Now in 2 weeks is validation, and Biss wants validation against you inside a steel cage match live. Then Mick Foley's music hits and just comes out on stage, pushes past TNA, the TNA invasion. And he goes, for Christ's sakes, that match is on, Kurt. You're banned from next week's Fully Loaded unless you're cleared. I've had enough of this crap. So the match has been booked by Mick, but he's like, yeah, Kurt, you're not allowed on next week's show. So Kurt Angle will not be here next week, even though it's probably a bad booking decision by me, as being as he is the most over guy on the roster. So if you look like someone AJ Styles, he's got 64 and stuff. Sting is our second over guy with 75, but Kurt Angle is our most over guy on the roster. He's the most popular wrestler across the board. So yeah, Kurt Angle has ordered it. Abyss versus AJ Styles. The reason I'm doing this out of cage is because this match got a 78B when I did it for TNA Wrestling as a practice when I was trying to sort their company out. 69C+, not bad. And we open up the night in a decent match. Jay Lethal defeat Matt Taven, Delirious and Silas Young in an elimination match in 808. The order elimination was Silas Young first, then Matt Taven, and finally Delirious. Jay Lethal is now the Impact Global X Division title. Matt Taven 45, Jay Lethal 53, Delirious 54, Silas Young 41. So TNA's Global Impact Alliance, which has got companies like New Japan, CMLL, Ring of Honor, Stardom, Shine, Shimmer, God knows, there's loads. I invited a load of companies and they all agreed, so it's quite a big alliance. We're not doing consortium, so the profits ain't traded. The only thing it's for is for titles and talent trade, so there's no money. No company puts their profits into a big pot and is shared out equally. I am not doing that because that's not fair. But what this does mean is we're going to have titles, and it opens the door to a lot more interesting matches from other companies. We can bring in someone from like New Japan to face Jay Lethal for the title and stuff. In a poor match, Tommaso Ciampa defeats Sonada in 7:53 by pinfall the Project Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa makes defense number 2 of his Ring of Honor World Television title. Sonada 44, Tommaso Ciampa 37. Sonada doing better than Tommaso Ciampa, which is surprising. 42D, not bad. Then Chris Hero comes out on stage. He goes, last week you attacked me in the back, but you can knock me down, but I'm still standing. In 2 weeks live, it's validation, and that night I prove why I'm the best in this company. Ciampa, you might be a psycho killer, but I'm a hero for the fans. Nice words from Chris Hero there. 45D, and actually a decent promo written by me. In a decent match, Outlaw Inc. defeat the Bromez, Bad Influence, American Wolves in 8-4. The order elimination was the Bromez first and American Wolves, and finally Bad Influence, Outlaw Inc. win the Impact World Tag Team titles. So, with the TNA Global Impact, you've got the Impact World Heavyweights, Impact World Championship. All the belts look like the current Impact titles, but you've got the Impact World title, the Impact Global Knockout style, the Impact Global World Tag Team titles, and then the Impact Global X Division title. Basically, Eddie Edwards 70, David Richards 74, Robbie E 40, Jesse Goddard 27, Frankie Zane 58, Chris Lang 75, Eddie Kingston 37, Homicide 56. Frankie Zane in Rumble. The reason I've called them global for the X Division and knockouts is because you've already got the TNA knockouts and TNA X Division title. That's why they've got global, just so it don't look like it's the same belt. So Matt and Nick Jackson are backstage and like, it's been booked, Young Bucks versus Briscoes for the titles in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Anywhere. Now, TNA Global Impact Alliance has been born, but no matter who are the Impact champions, we are the true champions. And Nick's like, Briscoe's fine War Machine, we found Red Dragon, see you in the ring. 40 AD plus, beautiful. In a good, decent match, Eric Young defeated Alex Shelley in 7:47 by pin with a wheelbarrow and neckbreaker. Alex Shelley 62, Eric Young 54, Eric Young in performance. 59C, nice little match. I had to put, to up the ante on this angle, I put Matt Hardy on, but he's been going around with Adam Cole anyway, so it don't make no sense. But Bobby's like, welcome back. In a minute, we've got a huge 8-man tag team match coming up, but first, Adam Cole, Matt Hardy. And I was like, thanks, Bobby. Kevin Steen thinks he's so cool and thinks he's going to beat me again. Hell no. You see, Matt has been training me in last man standing matches. This won't be just what it. This won't be just that. I was trained by CZW, and that means there's going to be so much more violence live. So, Steen, are you ready? So, yeah, if you look up Adam Cole's history, if you actually Google Adam Cole, he was trained by the CZW dojo. This is no joke. Anyone who wants to check me and fact check me, I'll do it now. Adam Cole. Now, I do know about Adam Cole because I have followed Adam Cole's career since he debuted, since he came to Ring of Honor Wrestling, but I have looked back at him. He was changed by DJ Hyde and Shawn Michaels as well. But yeah, he was Combat Zone Wrestling, you see. Jenkins was trained at the Combat Zone Wrestling Academy by DJ Hyde and Don Harmony. He became an official student of the Academy on November the 14th. So, anyone who wants to fact check me, I'll just show you the proof. He was trained at CZW. He's a CZW wrestler. So yes, he will be performing, and we'll probably get some barbed wire and some ultraviolet shit on the show in the last man standing match. I'll think about how I'm going to explain that to you guys. But then we have the match, which was announced by the the Young Bucks, sorry. And in this match, War Machine and the Briscoes defeat Young Bucks and Red Dragon in 7:39 when Ray Rowe defeated Bobby Fish by submission. Mark Briscoe 46, Jay Briscoe 51, Hanson 41, Ray Rowe 40, Kyle O'Reilly 39, Bobby Fish 43, Matt Jackson 46, Nick Jackson 44, Mark Briscoe flying 47D. Not bad. In a good match, MVP defeated Roger Strong in 8 of 3 by the Playmaker. MVP 61, Roger Strong 60, Noah Kareem 61C. Not bad. And in our main event of the night, of course, is Sting and Styles taking on Abyss and the Rude, which seems like a very TNA main event from 2013, but we'll go with it. In an exceptional match, Abyss and Bobby Roode defeated Sting and AJ Styles in 1946 when Bobby Roode defeated AJ Styles by pinfall using Hunter tactics. AJ Styles 81, Sting 76, Bobby Roode 65, and Abyss 65. No work appearance gives a 68C plus. Now next week on Fully Loaded, Ring of Honor management has said because Bobby Roode beat the champion, it will be Bobby Roode versus AJ Styles. Now, that's not only what Ring of Honor management have said. Abyss will be in action next week and he will be facing Sting in a one-on-one match. That is next week. You don't want to miss all that. That's going to be next week on Fully Loaded. That's where we end tonight's show as 65C increased our popularity across all 45 regions. Later on next week, Fully Loaded, it's the go-home show. And all I'm going to say is expect fireworks. Something big is brewing in this database. This is huge. And this just come off my Warrior. Drugs are claimed another yet victim last night as Warrior tragically passed away once again in the wrestling industry is under scrutiny, where people wonder how many more wrestlers need to dry to drug related before the industry cleans itself up. Now, that is fair enough. We also got this guy as well. He passed away at the age of 48. I don't know what happened to him, but there you go. Don't know who he is. But yeah, following the apparent drug death of Warrior, the harsh glare of media spotlight is firmly on WWE, as many media have questioned whether the company's drug policy could have done more to prevent the tragedy. The negative will undoubtedly have an impact on the promotion. Well, there you go, friends. WWE is under the spotlight. Why? Because of a drug's death. Ladies and gentlemen, this universe is getting a bit more crazy every single day. Well, this is it. Everything we've built up for the final Ring of Honor episode before validation. And of course, we'll then go to Manhattan Mayhem. But in a poor pre-show match, the Bromares defeated Adrenaline Rush in 7:39 when Jesse Goddard defeated ACH by pinfall with the stunner. Today is Thomas 36, ACH 37, Robbie 39, Jesse Goddard 29, Robbie in performance 37D minus. In a decent pre-show match, Adam Cole, Adam Page, B.J. Whitman, Jimmy Jacobs defeated Kevin Steen, Out Young, Sonata, Matt Taven in 7:56 when Jimmy Jacobs defeated Sonata by pinfall. Matt Taven 44, Sonata 42, Out Young 57, Steen 56, Jimmy Jacobs 44, B.J. Whitman 41, Adam Page 31, Adam Cole 46. Out Young performance, Jimmy Jacobs performance, and Sonata in Rumble 49D plus. In a poor pre-show match, Cedric Alexander, Chris Coleman, Cedric Alexander, Michael Alvin defeated Carl Anderson, Q2, Michelle, and Silas Young in 7:43, and Chris Coleman defeated Silas Young by pinfall with a thermal shock. Alvin 48, excuse me, Michael Alvin 48, Alexander 39, Chris Coleman 27, Silas Young 39, Q2, Michelle 36, and Carl Anderson 45. So Alexander in performance. I'm really interested in what happened to QT Michelle, because I never realised he'd left Ring of Honor. He was still there when I was watching it. So where is he now? Because I don't think he's with the company now, is he? He's in All Elite Wrestling. It's assistant producer, Mason. So So he's on AEW. I thought he was. So yeah, QT Michelle on AEW. Cedric Alexander is in performance, 42D. Then we have our opening packages: Styles, Rude, Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, Rob Van Dam, Sting, John Hennig, and MVP. Of course, we're sold out tonight in the nation's capital at Dixon's Athletic Arena. No, not nation's capital, in Chicago, Illinois. Wrong place. That's not the nation's capital, Josh. And Bobby Cruz is backstage. He's like, welcome to Fully Loaded. Joining me now without Kurt Angle in the TNA invasion. And he goes, fine, Mick, send Kurt home for the night. But we've got some huge news coming for you and AJ. He's a former WWE employee and has taken over head booking in TNA wrestling. He is my boss. This Sunday night, AJ, you got to face Abyss in a steel cage match, but tonight you face me. And Kurt and my boss don't care who, but one of us must take home that title back to TNA. Not the best promo, 52D plus, but I'm not going to complain. Because we open up the night in a battle of fantastic in good wrestling. Abyss defeated Sting in 7:55 by pinfall after using the foreign object. Abyss 57, Sting 66, 63C, not bad. In about a decent wrestling match, London and Kendrick defeat War Machine in 7:29, and Brian Kendrick defeat Hanson by pin of the sliced bread 2. Brian Kendrick 48, Paul London 48, Hanson 44, Ray Rowe 40, Hanson in performance 46D. Not bad. And then Bobby's like, welcome back. Joining me now, Ring of Honor Legends, the Briscoes. And Jay's like, well, this Sunday Night Live is going to be a beautiful fight. I'm not happy you injured me, and I'm not happy I missed out on fighting each week. And Mark just goes, what my brother is saying is, we're going to open a can of whoop-ass on you. And they just walk off. 42D. Beautiful. In above our decent wrestling moment cheat, Michael Bennett defeated Hilarious in 6:33 by pin with a photo finish after Maria Kanellis interfered. Michael Bennett 45, Delarious 45. No work appearance. He went to TNA Wrestling for a while and then went to WWE, and they fucked up his career. Just saying. Ciampa, this Sunday night I'm going to kick Hero's ass and prove why I am Ring of Honor's Psycho Killer. Tonight, Young Bucks, we got to join forces, and it's going to be beautiful when I show the Briscoes and Hero what I mean. 39D minus. Nice promo from Master Ciampa. He's getting more in popularity as well. We've been on our TV each week. But then in a decent match, Chris Hero and the Briscoes defeat Tommaso Ciampa and the Young Bucks in 7:41. Chris Hero defeated Tommaso Ciampa by pin of the Roaring Elbow. Mark Briscoe 48, Jay Briscoe 52, Chris Hero 56, Tommaso Ciampa 38, Matt Jackson 53, Nick Jackson 55, Jay Briscoe in Rumble. So a lot of the people you look at in NXT, and you look at NXT now, Roderick Strong, Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, Tommaso Ciampa, the list can go on and on. They all come from Ring of Honor. Tyler Black, aka Seth Rollins, not John Moxley, he came from CZW. Claudio, he's appeared in Ring of Honor. AJ Styles. I could continue my list if you want me to. Kevin Steen, aka Kevin Owens. Welcome back to Fully Loaded. Joining me now, Kevin Steen. So he's going to threaten ultraviolence on me. I'm not scared. In fact, CZW want me on their roster. They have put a contract offer in for him and Adam Cole. So they're on their roster. On their roster. So this Sunday night, who's going to bring the worst weapons? Let's see. This match is going to be a brutal fight. 53C minus. Kevin Steen is amazing, and we'll be getting a massive push soon. In a good match, MVP defeat Alex Shelley in 7:42 by pinfall with a running big boot. I was just saying a displaced radial head fracture. Nice. Alex Shelley 61, MVP 57. I don't know what a displaced radial fracture is, but I'm gonna have to have a look at this. Displaced radial head. Was it radial head? I'm probably spelling this all wrong, by the way. Yeah. Radial head fracture. Because some of these injuries come up, you're like, oh, I can understand what that is. So depending on the type of fracture, radial head fracture can be approached through an open, when there's a technique displaced. Type 2 fracture maybe. Yeah, so what is radial shaft? So basically, it's a bit of a it's basically a fracture in the joint. Anyway, but he's got it in his head. Lovely. 60C. Let's move on. He's probably going to be out for a while. In about a great wrestling and good heat, Matt Hardy and Bobby Lashley defeated John Hennig, Samoa Joe 609 when Bobby Lashley defeated John Hennig by pinfall to spear. Samoa Joe 76, John Hennig 66, Bobby Lashley 56, Matt Hardy 62. No work performance. Now this is another person who went to WWE after having a great run in Impact since going back, and they've really messed him over as well, in my opinion, because he was just basically the big brute who could beat the living shit out of people. And he literally did a good job of it. That's what WWE just need to do with him. And give him his match with Brock Lesnar, which is why he went back. Just saying. And your main event of the night, of course, AJ Styles versus Bobby Roode. In a bout of fantastic heat and great wrestling, AJ Styles defeated Bobby Roode in 24:51 by pinfall to Superstars Clash. AJ Styles made defense number 4 of his Ring of Honor World title. Bobby Roode 73, AJ Styles 64. No work room, 64C. And then after the match, AJ celebrating the ring when Abyss, Robbie and Jesse were on an attack, beating Styles down to the mat and then check on. Think of me. We've got 2 post-show matches tonight. In a good post-match, Jay Lethal and Roger Strong defeated Rob Van Dam and D'Angelo Dinero in 10:26 when Roger Strong defeated D'Angelo by pinfall the sick kick. Strong got a 64, Lethal got a 57. D'Angelo Dinero 63, RVD 72. No work for us. These two have great chemistry when teaming together. We'll be remembering that for future. Down the line. In a picture about good wrestling and decent match the crowd, Homicide in a bit. Okay. Homicide, well, that wasn't meant to happen. Michael was when Kyle O'Reilly defeated Eddie Evans. It was meant to be Outlaw Inc., but anyway, we'll ignore that. Abyss has got a second match, 47D. We'll ignore that, and we're just going to end the show there. And ignore this match ever happened. Bye-bye. 62C, we're going to wipe it off our record book. That never happened. 62C, 45 regions, not bad show. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you on Sunday night for Validation. We've still got a month worth of these 4 storylines, but I'm going to but this is a series I'm really enjoying. This Ring of Honor series right now. It's one of the best, I think, alongside TNA and WWF for what we've ever done on the channel. This will be the final part of this. We've got 3,600 at the Chicago Theatre. Of course, we're in Chicago, Illinois again, like we were the other day. But yeah, so we've got Manhattan Mayhem, which is one of our big 4. You also have Glory by Honor, Isolation, Final Battle, and then an Anniversary. Final Battle is our biggest show of the year, so that is our kind of like big party, you know, a bit like Bound for Glory and WrestleMania. But yeah, so this is the final part of this episode. This is 2 episodes rolled into 1, technically speaking. Each episode you'll get 4 and a pay-per-view. Michael Elgin got a 40, Silas Young got a 37. Silas Young defeated Michael Elgin by pinning the standing shooting star press. No work rooms, 39D minus. Not bad. You know how my shows, all my pay-per-views work? I like to do over wrestling rather than interviews and stuff. But I might start bringing in more interviews into the WWF series because they don't feel right. But with Ring of Honor and TNA, it does. In the poor pre-show match, Sonata defeated Q2 Michelle in 8:20 by from the German suplex. These don't click. Sonata 34, Q2 Michelle 32. These are not shown on anything. These are dark matches. We're not going to have any YouTube stuff for our company. We've also got 3 special guests here tonight. All heel special guests, but they're all going to be wrestling. In a poor pre-show match, Matt Taven, Delirious, and Caprice Coleman defeated Kagras. Shane Taylor and Trevor Murdoch in 7:9 when Delirious defeated Kagras by the pump handle wheelbarrow driver. Caprice Coleman 28, Delirious 54, Matt Taven 45, Trevor Murdoch 40, Shane Taylor 32, Kagras 32, Matt Taven in performance 42D. Let's go on with the main show, shall we? Tonight, we look for validation as a company invades the barracks. One man stands with their former employees to defend the honor. This is Ring of Honor Wrestling. We cut to the venue, we see fan waving signs chanting ROH, ROH. Tonight we have Pro, it goes off on the stage, hitting metal bits above so it don't hit the ceiling. I like to be a bit more pandadantic about how stuff works. Kevin, tonight Ring of Honor presents Validation featuring the best pro wrestling on the planet. Tonight a cage, a Falls Count Anywhere match, and last man standing. Ring of Honor is going extreme tonight. And Steve's like, look, TNA Invasion have taken the biscuit, and I thought Scum was bad. And I was just like, look, we have no clue who the head booker of TNA is, but is being they're keeping it under lock and key. But first, it's Ring of Honor Television Championship. So he's not here tonight, but whoever this person is that Bobby Roode's on about should be here for Friday night show, as far as I know. 50D plus. In about a decent wrestling match, Tommaso Ciampa defeated Chris Hero at 11:42 by pinfall the Project Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa makes defense number 3 of his Ring of Honor World Television title. Chris Hero 48, Tommaso Ciampa 36. He's improving in performance. So 44D, nice. In a poor match, the Bromez defeated Adrenaline Rush in 8:24 when Jesse Goddard defeated ACH by pinfall the Stunner. Tadarius Thomas 32, ACH 35, Robbie E 39, Jesse Goddard 31. No work improvements of 36D minus. In a terrible match, Gino Gambino defeated Shaggy Alexander in 10:47 by pinfall. He makes defense number 1. He's some Australian wrestler, one of the Australian from MLB. So Alexander 35, he got off 18. No work improvements. I didn't really want to take the belt off him in his first defense, so he's kind of been thrown a 30 plus. We're going to ignore that match. In a decent match, Juice Wonder-Liger defeated Jimmy Jacobs in 8:53 by pinning the Shooting Star Press. Jimmy Jacobs 48, Juice Wonder-Liger 59. Jimmy in Performance and Liger in Rumble 55C minus. Nice. In a decent match, Roderick Strong defeated Eric Young in 10:17 by pinning the Super Double Knee Gutbuster. Strong 63, Eric Young 53, Eric Young in Performance 60C. Nice. In a bad decent match number 3, Jay Lethal defeated Adam Page in 8:13 by pinning the Flying Elbow Drop. Jay Lethal makes defense number 2 of his Impact Global X Division title. Adam Page 37, Jay Lethal 54. Adam Page in Techno and Performance. So 44D. He's made defense number 2. He made a defense in Ring of Honor Wrestling, same as Homicide and Eddie Kingston have as well. In a bad decent wrestling match, Red Dragon defeated War Machine in 7:42, and Kyle O'Reilly defeated Ray Rowe by pinfall the Brainbuster. Hanson 44, Raymond Rowe 41, Kyle O'Reilly 41, Bobby Fish 43. Raymond Rowe improving in Performance 43D. Not bad. In a decent match, Adam Cole defeated Kevin Steen in a last man standing match in a 14:40 when Kevin Steen could not beat the 10 count after a flying crossbody onto a board of barbed wire. Also during this match, they brought out lights, tubes. There was Adam Cole 44, Kevin Steen 54. They brought out lights, tubes, barbed wire, baseball bats, all the ultra violent stuff you can think of. 51D plus, and we've probably got a few complaints, but we warned them. In about a great wrestling and a decent match, the Crowd Outlaw Inc. defeated American Wolves in 9:36 when Eddie Kingston defeated Eddie Woods by pinning the Backdrop Driver. Outlaw Inc. make defense number 2 of their Impact World Tag Team titles. Eddie Edwards 70, Dave Richards 74, Eddie Kingston 42, Homicide 59, Eddie Kingston improving in Techno. 67C plus. We need to deal with him actually at some point. In a good match, John Henning defeated Matt Hardy in 10:08 by pinning the Moonlit Driver. Henning 64, Hardy 60, no work improvement 63C. Not bad. In a decent match, Samoa Joe MVP and D'Angelo Dinero defeated Michael Bennett, BJ Whitmer, and Kyle Anderson in 9:34, and D'Angelo Dinero defeated Michael Bennett by pinning the DDE. D'Angelo Dinero 64, MVP 62, Samoa Joe 73, Kyle Anderson 46, BJ Whitmer 41, Michael Bennett 40. MVP in Performance, not what I wanted these two to improve, but 60C, I can't complain. In about good wrestling and decent match, the Crowd Bad Influence defeated London and Kendrick in 8:54 when Frankie Kazarian defeated Paul London by pinning the Wave of Future. Frankie Kazarian 59, Chris Daniels 78, Brian Kendrick 52, Paul London 48. No work improvement 65C. In a superb match, Rob Van Dam defeated Bobby Lashley in 11:28 by pinning the Van Terminator. Bobby Lashley 61, RVD 75, no work improvement 65C. Not bad. In a decent match, Young Bucks defeated the Briscoes in a Falls Count Anywhere match in 15:30 when Matt Jackson defeated Jay Briscoe by pinning the Moonsault. The Young Bucks made defense number 3 of the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles. Jay Briscoe 55, Mark Briscoe 52, Matt Jackson 55, Nick Jackson 59. No work improvements, 58C minus. In about fantastic and great wrestling, Sting defeated Bobby Roode in 13:20 by pinfall. Sting 67, Bobby Roode 68. No work improvements. It should be now time for the main event. AJ Styles versus Abyss. In about fantastic hitting great wrestling, AJ Styles defeated Abyss in 24:50 when AJ Styles escaped the cage. AJ Styles made defense number 5 for his Ring of Honor World Heavyweight title. Abyss 75, AJ Styles 66, AJ Styles in Rumble 66C plus. I don't think he's that over in Chicago in that sort of area. That's why his ratings are a bit low. But it's nothing I'm going to complain about. At 66C plus for the size of our company, I ain't going to complain with that sort of match. That's where we end tonight's show with 64C. Sage Alexander was slightly overused. Not going to complain. That's probably about true. But yeah, I increased our popularity to 34 regions. So we're going to give that to Samoa Joe. I'm going to give it to Abyss, and I'm also going to give it to Sting, to be honest, because I think Sting did a better job than AJ. But that's my personal opinion. They're going to be praised. And praised. We're going to make the speech. Samoa Joe, Abyss, and Sting Scene, please. Well, thank you all for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed episode 1. And I hope you join us next week for episode number 2, where you're going to get 4 fully loaded and the final pay-per-view of these storylines, which will, of course, be Manhattan Mayhem live from the Hammerstein Ballroom.